We are on our second day and we just got scammed.
I'm Cammie.
I'm TJ.
And even though we've never taken a vacation longer than a couple weeks, we decided now was the time to quit our jobs, pack up our things, and leave our incredible friends and family behind for the next 9 months. We're new to travel and new to content creation, but thankfully we're not new to each other. After 13 years of marriage, the only thing we do know is that together we'll figure it out and probably laugh a lot along the way.
So with one suitcase, one backpack, and not a checked bag in sight, we headed off to Bangkok for our first stop on the Southeast Asia leg of our trip. Over the next month and a half, we'll be making our way across Thailand, Vietnam, China, Singapore, and Bali. But first up is Bangkok. And after a long travel day, we can't wait to experience our very first day on this once-in-a-lifetime adventure.
Good morning from Bangkok.
So we just woke up after a 24-hour travel day. Then we booked a biking food tour. So figured that would be a good way to get to know the city, the layout, different parts that we might want to explore as we're here for the next 4 days. It's going to be hot and humid today.
Very hot. Humidity is at 76% today, in the 90s, so be a little sweaty mess. I'm going to be a tourist and I think I'm going to have a little neck fan, but I will be happier as a result, and I think then TJ will be happier. So very excited to explore Bangkok and actually get out in the city and explore and see it for myself.
The tour started with a quick safety demo and then we were off, biking along the Chao Phraya River to our first stop where we enjoyed this incredible coconut curry dish.
The tour then picked back up with a quick stop at Wat Galayamanit, also known as the Good Friend Temple. Walking in, we were immediately struck by the stunning architecture and unique Chinese elements, like these red and gold paper lanterns and the ceremonial archway with guardian dragons. We then took off our shoes to head inside and kneel before Big Buddha, a 45-foot tall Buddha made of limestone and covered in gold leaf. It's believed that paying respect brings prosperity and safe journeys.
We then dismounted our bikes once again to check out this floating market near the city center. It's a quiet, relaxed canal known for its art galleries and decorated bridge. Facing down over 250 days of travel, we aren't really looking to add more things to our already overstuffed luggage. But we are both shoppers at heart, so we couldn't help but take a stroll around the artist house to see if anything just had to come home with us.
Oh my god. It's a happy
Initial thoughts?
Spent a lot of time biking through neighborhoods and getting to
I think
see.
it's like 10 miles.
No, they said like 15 kilometers.
I think it's like 10 miles.
I thought kilometers was longer than a mile.
A 5K is like 3 miles.
Fair. It was great, but it was definitely different than I was thinking.
And for some of the biking, it was like, oh, we're just going to bike for 25 minutes, or we're just going to bike for 40 minutes. But I personally, as I'm biking through, I'm like, where are we? Oh, we just passed the temple. What was that one? Is that new? Is that old? Like, I could have used a little bit more touring.
Content, yeah. But the people were so friendly.
Yeah.
It was so cute as we would be like biking by. There were so many people waving, like from their homes or from their shops. So like the people are just so kind and friendly so far, and it was wonderful.
We are now on a long boat And this was not part of the plan. We were actually walking to the Grand Palace when someone started shouting at us from behind, which we are maybe incorrectly primed to ignore anytime a stranger is shouting at you from behind, thinking it's, harassment or a scam. But it was this very sweet Thai gentleman named Chai who was telling us that the road we were walking down was closed. And he said, we're in luck. This morning is the last day that they're doing this water festival tour. And he literally drew us a little map on a piece of paper because his English wasn't great, and he told us which port to get on the boat. He said this is where the Thais go. So he was
so sweet and helpful, and yeah, we just totally scrapped our plan for the day, and we're gonna do what Chai said to do, and here we are.
In Chai we trust. So we're now on this longboat, and Cammie did not bring her nausea medicine. Did not think we were going to be on a boat today.
No.
But on our bingo board, one of the squares is to take 3 modes of transportation in a day. And it is not even noon, and we have taken a Grab taxi, a tuk-tuk, and we're now on a longboat. So we get to check that off, which is pretty cool. And then we'll share some videos of the different temples and let you know if this was the best thing ever or if we got scammed in the most polite way we've ever been scammed. We are on our second day, and we just got scammed. We were trying to go to the Grand Palace. A very nice gentleman.
And also, was that what Kai was doing or Chai was doing?
I don't know. I don't understand. Is Chai our friend?
I don't know.
We don't know. Because he was so helpful and so friendly and said to do this canal and we have to do it today. But I don't understand how he made money.
I don't know.
We'll look into it. Maybe Chai is not our friend. But because Chai seemed so friendly and seemed to be helping us, we fell for this second guy who said that the Grand Palace is closed today due to a holiday and it's just for locals, and he said it opens at 2 p.m. and he's like, okay, it's 12:30, so here's what you can do. He had a map. He was like, do this, and just seemed to be similar to Chai, offering us
helpful advice.
And we were like, okay, thank you, and we just kept walking and said
But we left to go somewhere else because we're like, okay, if it's closed until 2, then we might as well go do something else.
So we decided to go to Khao San Road. Not our vibe. Dead. Hot. So we're now going to Song Wat Road, which has been listed as one of the coolest neighborhoods. But then we had the idea of looking into, is the palace actually closed? It's not. It's a very well-known scam. Can you tell we've never done long-term travel before? So on our third day, after being thwarted twice by scammers, we finally made it to the Grand Palace. And while I wish I could say it was absolutely worth it, the truth is that it was insanely hot and blisteringly humid. The architecture was stunning, and normally, Cami and I would spend hours just walking around and taking in every possible detail. But this day was simply too hot to enjoy properly, so we walked a few blocks to the reclining Buddha before finding ourselves a nice air-conditioned cafe to grab lunch.
Like a scoop. A little bit of a scary moment. When we got back from dinner, we parked the Vespa, and as we're walking back to our little bungalow, I felt a couple of ant bites. I am highly allergic to fire ants, and I carry an EpiPen with me because I go into anaphylactic shock. But being in another country, feeling a little isolated on an island is a scary place to feel like you might be having a reaction like that. We are very grateful that on this island there is a 24-hour hospital 8 minutes from our hotel. And so rather than, wait here, we decided to go and wait there and check in and make sure that everything was okay. And luckily it was. The guy was very helpful. We did Google Translate back and forth to each other and sat there for probably about 45 minutes just keeping an eye on symptoms and feeling okay. We're back at our little bungalow. So we're doing fine. I'm doing fine. And I hope that we have to deal with that again.
Hello.
Hello.
So to start off, we thought we would just share a little bit about who we are, where we are, why we're doing this, and start from there.
I'm Cami.
I'm TJ.
And we decided to use money we had set away for a down payment on a house and instead use it to travel the world. We're also young and healthy and don't have kids and chose to prioritize seeing the world now versus assuming that we could see it in the future at a later date.
Yeah, and there's also, I think, a little bit of trying to take that 20, 30-year retirement that is sort of the traditional American model and sprinkle those throughout our life when we actually have the benefit of being able to enjoy it and take advantage of it.
Well, and TJ has been pitching me with different ideas of adventure and experience throughout our marriage. And sometimes it's like, let's just move to another country that we've never even visited, or let's buy a boat and live on the marina in Los Angeles because we could at least maybe afford that. But when Tej had a conversation with an old colleague contact of his about them doing travels like this and then presented it to me, it was one of the first things that kind of pinged that I was like, well, we could do that. Now, mind you, I also thought we were going to do it for like 3 months or something.
And I said a year minimum. These friends did it for 18 months, and so that was sort of the anchor point. I'm like, well, we're not going to do that, but we could do a year, not knowing that Cami was oriented around like, you know, a summer.
Tej made a great point that we're about to change all of our life, right? We're quitting our jobs, we're having people help watch the kiddies, we're doing all of these things. And if we're gonna like essentially sort of blow up our life in a positive way, it should be longer than 3 months. And so then we kind of said, okay, let's do a minimum of 6 months, and then expanded from there and landed on 9.
Yeah. As soon as I start to walk in the water, I step on something sharp, and I'm like, well, that's not a great start. I look down and there's a little, like a spike, like something organic. And I take it out of my foot, throw it behind me, and then all of a sudden, every single step that I took, I was stepping on needles. And so I literally had to shout to Cami to throw me my sandals, because everywhere I step, I'm stepping on needles. And Cami proceeds to walk over, holding her Kindle in her hand, as she contemplates how she could possibly throw 2 sandals from one hand as she holds her Kindle in the other. As I start to shout to put the Kindle away immediately and to throw the shoes as hard as she can, throws the shoe maybe halfway, so then I have to walk/crawl through the spikes to get to the sandal. Put one on, she throws another, have to go then walk to the other sandal. Oh, come on! Put those on, and then as I'm trying to remove the spike and put the sandal on and then walk back, a gentleman walks over and asks if I stepped on the spikes, to which my answer is obviously yes. And he said, oh, there's a sign right out here that says there's sea urchin. Yeah, Thailand is proving to be quite the challenge for us as a first stop. Bangkok was hot, humid, and not really our vibe, so we went to escape to the beach. Still hot and humid, and our beach is not relaxing, and this one is covered in sea urchins. Obviously, you had Cami's whole thing with the fire ants last night, so yeah, we are actually leaving a bit early. From Koh Samet, we're going back to Bangkok tonight. Hopefully our final day in Bangkok goes a little bit easier, but my feet still hurt. Tucked behind Bangkok's main shopping district is one of the city's best-kept secrets, the Jim Thompson House. Jim Thompson was an American architect who nearly single-handedly revived the Thai silk industry, bringing it to runways in Paris and living rooms in New York. But his true obsession was this home, built by dismantling 6 200-year-old homes and reassembling here piece by piece in 1959. But before any construction could begin, Thompson had to take care of the locals. Thais believe that every piece of land is home to spirits, and if you disturb that land without their blessing, they will cause chaos in your home. So a spirit house is built, keeping the spirits happy with offerings of flowers, incense, and food. And after all that history, we did what any exhausted tourists would do. Grabbed lunch at the restaurant on site.
It was.
Joy. This is before drinking.
First impressions of Chiang Mai is it is way more our speed and feels just like much calmer, but still has all the things that we were wanting to do, the temples and the food and the experiences and the culture, without it being so overwhelming.
Yeah, it feels like the happy medium that we were looking for between Bangkok being a 13 million person megacity and then Koh Samet feeling like we're kind of in the middle of nowhere on an island with few options.
But we're happy to be here and we're so excited. We're gonna probably explore maybe a little more tonight, maybe just watch a show and relax.
1 hour later.
We got these awesome little snacks from Grab. My review?
You're gonna be caffeinated.
Is there caffeine in this?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
I think it's a black tea.
Morning.
We couldn't come all the way to Thailand without seeing a single elephant, but it was extremely important to us that it be ethical and responsible, putting the animals' welfare first and foremost, which led us to Elephant Nature Park, an animal rescue and rehabilitation center caring for elephants who were once subject to cruel practices, such as logging, elephant riding, and circus shows. In keeping with these ideals, we were not allowed to touch, feed, or ride any of the animals. But just getting to walk alongside them surpassed all of our expectations as we watched them eat, run, play, and try their very best to cool down.
We're eating khao soi, which is the national dish, or like the dish that Chiang Mai is known for. The dish that Chiang Mai is known for, a coconut-based noodle soup, and it is.
I love my kitty cat. Yes, I do. I love my kitty cat. Oh, I do.
Okay, we're gonna try durian for the first time, but we're doing it in their soft serve.
We asked how they recommend for our first time, and they said this.
This is a piece of real durian on the top, though. We have to try that too.
All right, first ice cream.
I'm so scared.
In our hotel, it has a sign that says no durian for our hotel room because it is famously odoriferous.
The ice cream definitely softens the flavor.
I feel like people are being way too dramatic.
Well, now you have to try a real bite of the durian.
Yeah, there's like almost a passion fruit, pineapple, mango. I feel gaslit. I feel lied to.
Maybe we tried a really mild version, but
I kind of get it. What'd you find?
I love my kitty cat. Yes, I do. And all I wanna do is to feed her lots of treats. Feed her lots of treats and kiss kiss her little feet. My kitty cat. Yes, I do.
How you feeling, babe?
I'm very pleased with you right now.
Pretty brutal hike, and we took a wrong turn. I took a wrong turn. There was a beautiful waterfall, so it seemed like the right path, but then it was a very steep climbing route next to the waterfall. And Cami did a great job getting up it, but it was covered in ants. And it has only been a few days since our last scare, and so just not something we are wanting to deal with now or ever. But she's doing great. A little sweaty. Her words, not mine.
Yeah. It's just a straight uphill hike. So, you know, totally what I was in the mood for. I'm dying. This has been probably the hardest hike of my life. Been fighting for my life. Took a little break only to realize that this is what we had left to reach the top. Can you even see that? I don't even think you can appreciate how many stairs this is. And we have done, oh my God, we've gone so high up already.
And Cami literally said if I see one more step, and then we saw these.
Oh.